I hope you guys are doing really great. Now, it's been a little bit since I've had a Facebook Live. You guys know, last week I was in Arlington, Texas for the Pinners Conference, which that was a lot of fun. And then the week before, I believe I did a YouTube Live, which was fun. And you guys know, in my usual fashion, something went wrong. So I'm excited to see what is happening today. Yes, Gabe is such a prankster. He's always trying to fool me. We went through a phase, not a phase, I don't know what to say. Like a little bit ago, we were doing videos of scaring people. We were scaring Philip in Shirts and Stones. Did we post that? Did that get posted?
I don't know.
Yes, so we took turns scaring Philip, so that was fun, just in the spirit of Halloween, which is actually interesting because it's, you know, September 21st and we're already doing Halloween stuff. But when you think about it, you guys are probably already starting to sell Halloween decor. Maybe even Christmas. Are any of you working on Christmas already? I'm waiting. Like, I'm ready, though. So my family tradition growing up was we set up for Christmas on Thanksgiving. Like, when the turkey was in the oven, we decorate for Christmas. But I think I'm just going to, like, it's November 1st, I'm going to put all my Christmas stuff up. Like, I'm not even sorry about that. Because I didn't decorate for Christmas last year because Nick and I had, we bought a house and we were getting ready to move, and there was no point in, like, putting out Christmas decorations to take it down to move. So we just didn't decorate, and it was bleak. We were Scrooges. So I am going to go ham and crush it. So hi, everyone. Hi, Martha. Hi, Melissa. Mark and Pam. And Mildred, I hope you guys are doing super great. So today we're going to do some Halloween designs, and then also the designs that I'm doing today are in a Halloween sample pack. So we put together a sample pack of some fun Halloween designs, and you guys know the drill. There will be a coupon code for it, so you'll be able to get it at a really good discount. So what I'm doing today is we are going to focus on 2 rhinestone designs, and of course I didn't make it easy on myself. Both of these designs have 3 templates to it. So one of them has 3 colors, and the other one has 2 colors, 2 sizes. So, you know, didn't want to make it easy on me, but that works out too. And then sorry for that noise, that's the compressor. It'll stop in a minute. So how many of you are working on Halloween stuff right now? Like, how do we feel about Halloween? Do we like it? Are we more of a fall person? You know, where do we fall on that spectrum? And speaking of fall, I just put up a video yesterday where I made a table runner using strip flock. Check that out on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube, because I thought it was pretty cool. I've already taken it home and put it on my table, and I think it looks pretty nice. So Barbara loves Halloween. Halloween is Gabe's favorite holiday. Pretty cool. And I like fall stuff too. I actually started decorating for fall too. I have little pumpkins in my house, but I just have to watch it because my puppy has grown into basically a dog, so she can reach the thing, so I have to make sure she doesn't eat that. But lots of fun, lot going on. So a lot of fall things. I feel like fall is a little bit more universal because you can use it from now even past Halloween. So that's what I've been doing. I like doing stuff like that, but of course Halloween is super fun too. Maybe you guys are having a party. That'd be pretty cool. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have my shirts here that we're going to be pressing, and Brian says he's already tired of pumpkin spice. You know what's funny is I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I think they're too sweet and they taste weird. I do like pumpkin muffins and scones and all those things, but pumpkin spice is just not my jam. I'm not about it. So I'm gonna go over to the other camera and we're gonna go over this rhinestone design. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be doing 2 big rhinestone designs today and then 1 vector design just to kind of get you started. Now, this is a 3-color design, as you can see from my 3 templates. So for some reason, I was not careful and I put these down one way and this the other way. I don't know why. It just happened. And so what I did for these templates too is I also wrote the color of the stones on here just to be safe because, I mean, right here I have a little pumpkin face So in my mind, it would be orange, but it's actually yellow because the other part of my design is orange. So that's why I write the colors on there, is because sometimes your first thought of something might not actually be right. So let's go ahead and start with this orange. So this is my Magic Flock template material. Don't forget, this design is going to be in the Halloween sample pack. So it's just 4 designs, a little treat for you to get ready for Halloween, fun designs like that. So we're gonna go over it, and I'm gonna dump my rhinestones on here. So I am using light orange rhinestones, and these are SS10. Bright orange. Light orange is a good color to use because I think it like looks good on both dark and light shirts. And it's got that nice, let me kind of hold it up to the camera for you. It's got that nice like vibrant color as well. So let me kind of jump over here. I don't know, it's just like a nice vibrant orange, and it doesn't pull too much red. Like, it's not like an orange where you look at it and you're like, oh, well, if I run out of red, I could totally pull it off. So it's a nice color. So I dumped my stones on here, and I'm gonna use my monster brush and just gently brush these in. So don't forget, I'm just using a really light touch, gentle circles, and check it out. I have my template all set. Let's move all this to the side. So we have our drippy little rhinestone font, and we're gonna go from there. So don't forget, I can see your comments as they come through. Make sure you're asking questions as I'm doing this. If you have any questions on why I do something, how I do something, what color is it, all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna move these rhinestones to the side, bring that over, and so now we're ready for our hot fix tape. So this is a 12-inch piece of hot fix tape. You can see that it's a little bit wider than our design, but I'm actually gonna cut it this way. And the reason being is I want it to be longer than my actual design itself, because if you guys have been watching, and you'll see that, you'll see how we stack our colors, then you'll see that we need that hinge. Gabe, not gonna lie, that was an impressive brush right there. Thank you. I saw Gabe, and I saw, not gonna lie, at the beginning, and I thought he was gonna give me some sort of like backhanded compliment. So I like stopped for a second because I was like, where's the punchline? Where is he making fun of me? But thanks, Gabe. So with that being said, with that being a good brush, one of the tricks, the tape is so loud, you're not gonna hear me over it. The trick to, shut up, Gabe. It's Bush League, Gabe. One of the tricks when you're brushing in rhinestone designs is put more rhinestones down than you think you need. Because the way this works, you guys have heard me say it before, is that the template material is raised and your rhinestones are pointed. So the way it works is your stones kind of roll off of each other. So if it's in there upside down, when the other stones keep rolling, it just pushes it out. But if you don't have a whole lot of rhinestones to work with it, then that's where you run that risk of it just like not working well, and then you're knocking more out. So we're gonna go right here, drop this down, and I'm gonna do a lot of extra on one side. So what I like to do for, oh, sorry, that's my arm. What I like to do for this is I like to get it really close on one side like this, smooth it down, keep it steady for me, and then what do you think, guys? What is the thing I always tell you about this? Like, hopefully you'll never forget it. You need to commit when you put this tape down. And so if you guys have not watched me do rhinestones before, or you're still unfamiliar, when I say commit, what happens is that when we put our tape down, if you're second guessing it and you put it down a little bit and bring it up, what's happening is that you're not getting the same amount of tension on your tape with your stones. So when you do that, you have like some weird tension here, and then you bring it tighter, and then it goes down. So you want to bring it all down, one foul swoop, do not second guess it, and go from there. So I'm gonna use my brush, smooth it out, and I'm gonna smooth it to the side here. So now a lot of the guys in matte, they really love, not really love, they'll keep their stones on the board while they do the next color. Like, I'm accident prone, I'm messy, that's not gonna happen. Like, that is not a reasonable possibility for me. So I'm gonna go through and just put these in my scoop. So I love cleaning up my rhinestones with my monster brush because it's just so quick and easy. So we're gonna go from there. And one thing to do if you're gonna clean up your stones with your tape down, you wanna make sure you're smoothing your edges so your stones don't slide underneath there. Also, I just want to let you guys know, if you live in the Sarasota Bradenton area and you're like shopping for like Halloween stuff or craft supplies at Michael's, like don't even count on getting it because I'm going after work and buying it all. Okay, so right now, if you guys buy stuff from Michael's, don't forget to get their emails because right now it's lowest prices of the season sale and the prices are pretty, I don't know what else to say. The prices are pretty low. It's good. So if you get stuff from Michael's, you need to get it now because the sale is really good. Just a side note. Also, hi Pilar, thank you for recognizing that I'm a big dog too. So what happened is the other day Sean put up his webinar really soon after and they're like, oh, you know, good job Sean. And so yesterday I put up my webinar like right after, maybe like an hour after my webinar was done. And so Pilar was like, oh look, Lisa can run with the big dogs. And I commented back, Lisa is a big dog. Just to be funny. So if you guys see my stones aren't coming up all the time, that's totally fine. When you have such a big design, sometimes you're just not getting enough pressure on a stone when you're smoothing it out. So what I do is I just put my tape back down and kind of smooth it again. So now I'm going to bring my tape over and look, this is going to stay on the side here. So the way it works when we is that the templates always stack on the same area and our tape always stays in the same place. So with this design, this box is the same size. So I'm going to drop this down, line up my squares, and now I have my second color, which is crystal that I've written down here. Now when you're doing something like this, you want to make sure that you don't see any of your chalkboard or whatever your workstation is for this. If you see it through this layer, that means that you have stones exposed below it, which means you have, you know, overlapping stones, and it's not going to work out. You're going to be really upset, and everyone's sad. Oh my goodness. You guys are not going to believe what I just found in my mason jar of stones. Guys, who remembers this stuff? Do you see this? That's sticky flock. We haven't had sticky flock in years. That's so weird. But we're gonna go ahead, just a side note, and stroll down memory lane. So we're gonna brush these in. Again, gentle circles, light touch. Ideally more stones than this, but that's okay. So I'm gonna bring that down. I got it. Do you guys, some of you will remember, but Hope was here a year ago. She's been gone a little over a year. She got married last June and moved to Arkansas. I got a text from her the other day that she found a magic flock dot in the bottom of her shoe, like over a year later. But yeah, I'm going to move this to the side, and you can see I'm missing a couple over here. Not a big deal. I'm just going to pour a little bit more on here. Whenever you have some missing, you can do a small pile and use those stones to roll into the spot. Because remember what I told you, they roll off of each other to fall into place. So you're just gonna do a little pile, bring that over. So now I have my extra. And you'll see I just switched to my small brush. The reason why is I'm just working in a smaller area right here, and I think it gives me a little bit more control. It's nothing like, you know, because it's better or anything like that. Just gives me a little bit more control. So I was missing one right here, so I just brought that over and dropped it over there. Yeah, I still have sticky flock. That means you need to do more rhinestone stuff. Use up that sticky flock. Alright, so that's our second color. Now, this is in the same spot, and our tape is in the same spot. So when we take this, we're going to bring this over. So when you do your second color, you want to hold tension, okay? We have our tension with our tape. Bring it straight down. And so now we have that lining up. Cute, right? So you see eat, drink, and be scary. So all of our text is here, so it's really the embellishments that we're gonna do. Pilar, the small brush is my ride or die. You know what? You can ask anyone here. Up until like earlier this year, I was like, the monster brush is stupid. You can't control it. You know, insert whatever I didn't like about it. But I have noticed now that I've been doing like a lot of big, obnoxious rhinestone designs, the monster brush is pretty clutch. Now, the red handle brush, small brush, is still like my first love. I'm never going to get tired of it. But I have accepted that both brushes serve a good purpose. They're not, you know, one isn't trash, whatever. So I have this in my scoop. If you guys missed it, I didn't mention it before. The scoop has that hollow spout in it. So now I can put it over my stones, or my mason jar. Take that out. No mess. Yeah, I know, I see this rhinestone. It's just gonna hang out for a little bit. It's not on the template, it just got caught under there, so I'm just gonna leave it there and pick it off later. At that point, it's like not worth the effort. And also check this out. This needs to stack, no big deal. We're gonna lift that up. And look, the rogue stone is gone. See how effortless that was? Goodness, Gabe. Dramatic. Alright, so now we want to do our third color. So you have two options here. You can stack your third color right on top of here, but me personally, I don't like stacking more than 2 colors high, just because the higher you stack it, it's more that your tape has to come over on, so it will misalign your design a little bit, and I don't like that. So I'm just going to take my second one and drop this down. So again, I'm going to bring this over. Line up your corners. So now we're good right there. So you can see there's not a whole lot. There's a little bit right here for yellow and a little bit right here. So what I'm going to do is I just got a little bit. This is just like a 10 gross bag of citrine. I'm just going to kind of put a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit there. And so this is a great use of our small handle brush. So we're going to go right here, brush that in. Oh, also guys, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to give away the shirts I make at the end of this, and I'm going to give away the templates. So you want to like, comment, and share to be entered to give away. So make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, you don't win, and you will be unhappy. So we're going to go right here, bring this over. So we have our little pumpkin face, the candy corn. Okay. This is a question, guys, and I want everyone to participate. I want you to tell me, what is your opinion on candy corn? Like, do you love it or do you hate it? Is it like a staple or is it a big block of sugar? Is a big block of sugar not a big deal? Like, what do you think? Because for a long time I was like, I don't like candy corn. It's too sweet. And then we had some, there's Alex, our accountant, he has a little candy dish, and he put some in there, and I was like, ugh, candy corn. But I couldn't resist it because I wanted a snack. So I got one, and I couldn't stop. I could not stop. I ate so much. Sophie, do you remember that day? No. I went to his office like 5 times in the scope of an hour and a half to get candy corn. I couldn't stop. And I guess, I don't know if you know this, but they make like a candy corn M&Ms. Have you guys seen that? I saw it last year, and I saw it, and I didn't think much of it, and then I wanted to go get some for Nick, and then I couldn't find it. But they make it. It's kind of crazy. Look at this. The best way to eat it is by opening the bag, pouring in a bowl, throwing the bowl in the trash, and get some chocolate. Candy corn's the fruitcake of Halloween. I hate fruitcake. Oh my goodness. Look how split that is. Would you say that's maybe half and half, or are there more people who like it than not? I can't see every single one. What is your opinion, Soph?
I love them.
You love it? Whoop! I got distracted. I almost got my tape over on itself. Okay, third color. Boop. Look at that little candy corn right there. And then we have our little Halloween jack-o'-lantern face. Look at the yuck, yuck, yuck. M&M candy corn is nasty. Oh. Candy corn with peanuts is better. Which, that reminds me, are any of you guys in the South, you guys do the peanuts and Coke thing? Because I saw like a video on it. I never heard of it before. And I lived in Virginia for 4 years for college. Sophie did too, so did Gabe. And I've never heard of that. Did you hear that? Yeah, people put M&Ms, not M&Ms, I just read M&Ms. People put candy corn, I mean not candy corn, oh my gosh. People put peanuts in their Coke. I don't know. Why do you guys do that? I don't know. So it's a thing, but I don't know why. I'd never heard of that. Polaris says, I officially get all her candy corn for life. Feel free to mail candy corn and or Target gift cards or Starbucks gift cards or anything else to Lisa Potts, courtesy of the Rhinestone World, 2077 58th Avenue, Circle East. Make sure you put Lisa Potts on it. That way it's mine and no one else's. Feel free to send me as much candy corn as you like or any other items. If you'd like me to customize an item you find at Target for a video, feel free. I'll do all those things. All right, so here's my design, all done. I'm gonna trim this a little bit closer. Now, again, you guys could use less tape, but you could also risk not lining it up well. So you choose. One thing to keep in mind is the hot fix tape is one, reusable, but two, a really affordable material. It's pretty much like, I don't know, less than $1 a foot. I think it's like 90 cents a foot or something like that. So not too bad. So here's my design. Mildred, I won't end up with 100 pounds because everyone says they'll mail me stuff, but they forget about me. I'm just teasing. So here's this one. So now we're gonna go over and, do I wanna, what?
Are you missing an eye on the design?
An eye? No.
On the jack-o'-lantern, is it missing some rhinestones?
No, it's just mean like that.
Oh.
Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you want me to press it now, or do you want me to brush in my next design? What are we thinking? Sophie. This design is available now. We're gonna post it in the little description. It comes in a sample pack for Halloween. If you use the code YouTube8, praise and glory. If you use the code YouTube80, no spaces, you can get it 80% off. So if we do that, we're gonna link it and then put the code underneath it so you can get it with your YouTube80 code. So people are saying press now. So let's jump over to my heat press. So we have this set right here. So I am going to be pressing this on a cream J America glitter t-shirt. I think it'll be nice. I think it'll be nice on black too, but I kind of want to do something different. So we're gonna go over and bring my shirt over here. So this is a J America glitter tee. This is the Pearl, they call it, which is a nice cream with gold glitter through it, glitter, metallic, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to bring this over, and I have my press set at around 325. If I am doing only rhinestones, I typically press it at 335, but I am going to be doing vinyl in a little bit, so I just put it at 325. It'll be totally fine. Oh, my microphone. Okay, so again, 325. Is it better now? Well, I didn't move the microphone. Can you guys hear me better now? So here is my design. We peeled off our backing. The link doesn't work. Uh-oh. I mean, and I clicked on it when I sent it to you too.
I did too.
Hold on, we're gonna look at the link. Right, so here's my design, all set up. Eat, drink, and be scary. So you guys know what I've been doing. Oh, can you guys see my feet? Dang it, so I see it.
Bro, I try to move it every day.
Barbara says, I love that you work barefoot. I just can't. I can't do it. Like, the heat press is so hot, and I feel like my feet get sweaty. Is our screen frozen, or is that just on our end that it looks like that? Okay, cool. All right, so we have this set up. So again, the armpits are the center of the shirt, and then I'm lining it off the collar here. So we're gonna bring this over here, and now I'm going to cover this with my cover sheet, and we're gonna press this for 15 seconds. And I think it looks good. I love pressing the black shirts because it just adds a good contrast to so many different things. But I think that like these cream shirts, these like cream off color, can really look nice. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is when you press to a lady's shirt, you wanna stick your hand in right after and separate it. Because these shirts are kind of thinner, the glue from the stones can kind of go through there. So you don't want that because you'll glue your shirt shut, which I have done and no one's happy about that. All right, so we're gonna lift that up. And then I'm just gonna go over, put my tape back on my carrier. I can reuse this, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna have it set like that. And now I'm gonna go to the front camera and show you this. All right, eat, drink, and be scary. So this will definitely 100% look good on a black shirt, but I also like it on this cream shirt just to like have a little bit variety. So we do have that set. And so that is our first one. So what do you guys think of this design? Do you like it? I think it's cool. I think this sort of thing is nice because not everyone likes actual scary things for Halloween. It's more like, you know, cute scary. So this is a good like cute scary shirt that anyone can wear. You can wear it to your kids' elementary school and won't scare anyone. It'll just be like, oh, cute candy corn, you know, whatever. So that's our shirt. Hopefully you like it. This is going to be a giveaway at the end, so don't forget to like, comment, and share so we can do that. How much would you sell that for? That shirt is at least $25, more closer to $30 because of the 3 colors, and then I am also selling it on a J America glitter tee. So you want to bring that up, and the good thing is like seasonal shirts, you can get away with having them a little bit more because it's a seasonal shirt. They'll pay for that. And then don't forget, I am going to also give you this template. Okay, and then yeah, Pilar will sell it for $35, $40. Perfect. Yeah, and it also depends on your area. So of course, if you're in a more rural area, you might want to adjust your pricing, you know, and it really just depends on that sort of thing as well. Cool. So now I'm going to switch to an HTV design, and then I will do another rhinestone design. So we're gonna do a cute design, and the cool thing is there's a fun special effect to this. So here we are. This is part of my design. We are using copper. So copper glitter from Caesar is really nice because it's a nice, rich orange look. Check this out. So pretty. I love it. So we're gonna do that and peel it. I have the inside part. And so, gave up trying to cut Magic Flock. Guys, Magic Flock does take some practice and you can have issues. If I'm being totally honest, I had issues with my Magic Flock today. I don't know, my settings were just off. I had to restart my computer. I had to restart my Cameo. I had to calibrate my blade. It just was not having it. So guys, even I have issues with it. Oh, is it Tier W YouTube 80? Oh, so the code I thought it was. Gabe and I both were like checking and we couldn't figure out, we like couldn't remember. All right, so I'm gonna cut this down. So I'm cutting this to the inside of my square just to be safe. And now what I always like to do, you guys know this, when I get to this strip, I just peel it off because 1, I'm not gonna use this much vinyl. And 2, I don't want to risk getting a little sliver on it on my shirt when I press. How many of you guys have done that before? All right, so now here's the other part of the design. So this one you can tell I've had rolled up in a drawer for a while. So when I have vinyl that's like this, where it's been rolled up, I will cut it on my cutting mat just to keep it down because then it doesn't curl underneath it or whatever. So that's just one tip. When you guys ask me, hey, should I use a cutting mat, whatever, you don't have to use a cutting mat. However, there are benefits to it, you know, like when you have a curled vinyl, because like I will store a lot of my scrap vinyl flat in a drawer, but then like you have a hard time digging through it to find a color you like. So it's kind of like a catch-22. Like, what is more important? Finding, excuse me, I'm doing a Facebook Live in here. Bless you. What is more important? Finding the color that you're trying to work with, or being efficient with your space storage. So it's really like, you know, catch-22 with all that. So I like using a cutting mat because I can just roll up my vinyl, use a little bit less space, and then still cut it reasonably. I'm gonna write some number in there. Oh, need more stones. Maria, send us a Facebook message. So we're gonna go through here. Pilar says bless you. If you guys are like super original customers, you may remember I used to do my webinars in the marketing department. Back when I was marketing manager, I would do webinars in the marketing department. So I shared it. So when I did a webinar, up until like, I don't know, when did I get my own office? Up until like maybe earlier this year, I've always shared an office with someone. So when I shared it with Sergio, our graphic designer, he sneezes a lot. So sometimes during my webinar, I would talk, and you just hear him in the background, Chew! And then like everyone in the webinar would be like, bless you. So it happens. My test cut on my magic flock was good. Once cut, it wouldn't do all the dots. Honestly, Valerie, I had that same issue not too long ago. I had to copy my design and paste it in a new document because there was something going on with my design itself. Just double check too, like your settings are set to like the actual design and not like your test cut, because sometimes it doesn't carry over. So if you guys notice, I'm having a hard time weeding this. This is something that I think it's just carried over from my settings that were weird today. I'd be totally honest, I did not test cut this vinyl. And all of it's pretty good, but my corners are snagging, so my thickness was a little bit off, and also I think my blade is dulling. So we're just working through here. I'm gonna hold down part of my vinyl and pull up the part that needs to come up, because it's really just a little corner. It's almost like it cut most of the way through, but it like didn't want to detach in some areas. Okay, so we have that set there. So this is what I'm doing right here. So I got that going, and then I have a little more in here that I need to do. Who doesn't, you know, want a shirt with a cute little ghost on it? So, of course, a cute ghost has to have a cute face. So we're just weeding up the eyes and the mouth. I'm gonna go from here. So here is my ghost. I just have to finish this part over here. So let's go ahead and weed this. Weed this. And so we have that all set. So let's go right there. And now we're gonna take this and set this up. And then I think I saw someone ask, will these work in silhouette? Yep, all these files are gonna come in an SVG format, so you can cut them in silhouette. All these designs I did cut through my silhouette, so they do work. They work great. We're gonna cut this. All right, so here we go. There's our second one, and then we have our boo and a bow right here. So this one, I'm going to be pressing on a black shirt. So let's go back over to the heat press. Oh, my feet. I'm not sorry. All right, so we're gonna bring our shirt over here. So this shirt's cool because it's a J America glitter shirt, like every other shirt I use, but it's got gold glitter in the black. So typically it's not, to be perfectly honest, it's not my favorite shirt most of the time, but I think it looks really good when you do it for Halloween stuff. Look at Joe Riss saying hi to Gabe, but not to me, who's doing the live. Way to go. I know, why is everyone saying hi to Gabe and not me? So we're gonna set this down, and so here's a question that I get a lot, like when we are pressing different types of vinyl, what's the order? Oh, this is just a piece that I weeded out earlier. I was like, why is this on here? What's the order that we do this in? So this typically presses at 305, And this typically presses at 315 and 320. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up, and I need to layer my colors. And so vinyl presses by time, temperature, and pressure. So when we are doing our time, we don't want to put too much time on our first layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cover sheet, put this down, and I'm just going to tack this down. Now, I love Caesar vinyl because you can press it for a couple seconds. It'll stay. It doesn't cure. It won't be there long term, but it's enough for you to kind of get it down on your shirt without too much shrinking. And so I saw a question, where can I get a shirt like that? There's a couple places. If you have a tax ID, you can get them from shirt distributors like Alpha Broder, Sanmar, or even jamerica.com. Well, jamericablanks.com. If you don't have a reseller ID, Jiffy Shirts is a retailer on Amazon that you can also purchase it through as well. All right, so we have this set. So now I'm going to put my copper inside of here. So we're just lining it up. And the way this design is set up is there's a little bit of space around my letters. So that way you can see the shirt coming through, and it helps line up your design a little bit easier. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of tugging on my shirt a little bit just to kind of line it up a little bit better. I want it to look really good. And so look at this, my O just got super misaligned. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to kind of restart it. Yeah, they make the glitter tees and the spirit tees, which are those like football jersey palm things, which are really cute. Okay, so we're going to set this up right here. And I'm just going to kind of tug right there to get this set up. Also, side note guys, if you guys watch This Is Us, I'm so excited for it to come back next week. I know! I started rewatching it last night on Hulu. And I literally, the first episode of This Is Us, okay, hold on. I just pressed this for a couple seconds. The reason being is I don't want this carrier line to go into my ghost. So I'm going to pull up my carrier so I don't get this hard dent in here. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish off my press. So I'm going to do another 10 seconds with this. I started rewatching it on Hulu, and I literally teared up at the beginning of the first episode because I know like what's going to happen, and I love that show so much. All right, so let's check that out. So now we have our little fabulous design, and then let me see if I can show you one more thing with that. Hold on. You can kind of see it.
I think it sounds like it's a
Shh. Nope. Well, it's glow in the dark vinyl. So it didn't show up too much. I'm gonna go to the front camera. It didn't show up too much, but it's glow in the dark vinyl, which I think is really cool because you have your little ghost. Now, if you wanted to be like super hardcore about it, you could even do the ghost in glow in the dark and the words in white, but I love just the normal one press. Hey, so if that comment thing is happening. So, you know, I wish it would have worked out for you to see the glow in the dark, but really, really cute. This is also in the sample pack. The sample pack also has a multi-deck version of this as well, which I really like. So you'll be able to add rhinestones to that too. Okay, so don't forget, someone's gonna win this. Like, comment, share to be entered. So let's go ahead and stack our 2 giveaways so far. We're going to move on to the next one. So do you guys have any questions on anything before I move on to the next one? Do you have opinions? Like, what are we thinking so far? So before I go on, let me know if you have any questions or anything that you need me to clarify. I'm going to kind of just clean up my area and drink my Starbies. What?
Starbies.
Starbies. A lot of people say Starbies. Who says Starbies? Hey, Soph, do you mind scrolling up a little bit so I don't see as much of the pinned comment? Perf. Ah, man. Okay. The orange that I used in the glitter was Caesar glitter and copper. So I like it a lot. It's a great orange color. I think it's super awesome. Okay, so now no one says that. Yes, people say that. People say that. How does your neckband not something through? Sorry, it's cut off a little bit. The neckband, what I do is I bring up my pressure a little bit higher to offset my neckband. I don't like putting pressing pillows in my shirts if I don't have to, so I just increase my pressure a little bit so that kind of sticks down a little bit more. And the temperature setting for Easy Weed and glitter, I like to do it around 310 or 315. This was set to 325 because I'm doing rhinestones as well. This is a rhinestone shirt. People say Starbies. I'm serious. If you watch a lot of YouTubers, they say Starbies. And YouTubers are people. Sophia. Okay, so we're gonna do our next design, which I am really excited about this design. I think it's super cute. We're gonna be doing a pumpkin with a little friend. There's a pumpkin and a friend. So we're gonna go over, although it's not really much of a surprise because you can see the preview image, but just pretend like you're surprised. Be like, wow, I didn't expect that, you know? So we're gonna go over here. People in Oregon say it all the time. I'm surprised they even say Starbies because you guys have Dutch brothers, right? All right, so let's go over here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have my really good brushing in of the orange stones again. I don't know if you saw that, Gabe, but I did a really good job. So let's go ahead, bring this over. So let's get these stones out of here. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of looking on my template real quick to make sure I don't have stones sitting on top. I have one right here that doesn't belong. So we're gonna move that to the side. Bring that over. All right. So we have that set right there. Also, as far as the numbers looking like the letters on my shirt, also keep in mind that I am further away from you right now and I have lights on me. So that also is going to catch the reflection. So if the stones seem like they're not close enough, take it outside too, because like in reality, no one's going to be super close to you when you see that. And rhinestones look the best when they're reflecting light. That's kind of a whole thing. So see how it looks in the light outside before you know, I don't know, decide you don't like it or whatever, because it could still look really good. All right. So here's my tape. You guys know the drill. I'm going to bring this closer. Oh, sorry about my arm. The hardest part about having cameras is you have to learn to readjust how you're doing things so people can see. I don't know if you watch my YouTube videos, but I do it all the time. Like you can see me doing something and then I like jump back and I'm like, oh. All right, so there's my side. Let's bring that down. Commit. I didn't second guess myself. My tape kind of like bent a certain way and I couldn't like fix it. So here's my first rhinestone color. I'm gonna smooth this down. And also, it kind of bunched weird, so I'm gonna lift up this side. No, girl, they look both. We might have to check out the font, Maria. All right, so here we go. We've set this down, and then you guys know the drill. I like to clean up my colors right after, so let's go ahead and clean this up. Ooh, I just bumped this bag of rhinestones and it's open. It almost fell all over the floor. And I would have pretended like I didn't do that, even though it's all on camera and everyone's watching. Do we have a rhinestone design for the crew? We used to have a Bling Diva one, but I don't think we have a dedicated design. Gabe, if you're watching, will you write that down for me or something? Because that might be something cool to do. Just a note. All right, so we have that down. Here's my scoop. In my opinion, you can't do rhinestones without a scoop. I think it makes everything so much easier, and it's good for a bunch of other things. I use it in a lot of my different crafts. Empty, all good. We're just gonna dig our cork out. And now I am done with my orange stones. So I'm gonna seal it. So again, this is light orange. I like this color a lot. It's a really good, vibrant, true orange. I just think it's awesome. All right, so let's lift this up. We have some stones left behind, so we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna take my brush, smooth it a little bit more, even use my hand, get that pressure down. So a little stone right there, just smooth right there. Cool. So there's our first color of our orange. And now we are going to do the special guest. It is a cat. So this is a Jacko cat. It's a cute little thing that goes with this. How do you get the stones the correct way? So that is how the template material works. So the template material is raised and stones are slightly pointed. So what happens is that the stones roll off of each other, and if they're upside down pointed, then the other stones will roll it right back out. So that's why I always tell you guys to use a lot of rhinestones when you're working with it, because the more rhinestones you have, the easier it is to brush in. And we can go from there. So with black, I always do a lot of black because for some reason, the black stones are hard for me to brush in. I don't know if it's just like a mind thing, but it just seems like it's difficult. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. It might just be me, but I always have a hard time with them. All right, so we're gonna put a little piles on here because I'm missing a couple stones. We're gonna go back to our little scoop. Can you use an iron? So as far as rhinestones and using an iron, it's like a yes with like 5 asterisks behind it. So just like HTV, rhinestones need proper temperature, pressure, and time to be pressed. And so when you have a home iron, it has holes in it and you are the pressure. So it's really hard to regulate your pressure specifically with rhinestones. So if you're making it for yourself, then like, yeah, that's totally fine, you can. But you do run the risk of not having good pressure, and it may come up later. Maria, just make sure the cork is in the scoop before you use it. You will not believe how many times I have scooped rhinestones into a corkless scoop. I don't know if I can find it. I think the footage is gone. But there was one video that I was filming, and I don't know. I just had such a hard time getting my stones in my scoop. I was just a mess. And I finally got all the stones in the scoop, and it took way longer than it should have taken. And I victoriously lifted my scoop up, and my cork wasn't in there. And then all you hear is, like, you see me like, yeah! And then you just hear shh under the table. And not to throw a certain someone under the bus who isn't here, but Jonathan Gambino, who used to work here, was in the room filming me. And he didn't even notice the cork wasn't in the scoop. Like, he watched me that whole time and didn't say, hey, Lisa, your cork's not in the scoop. Maybe you should put that in. No, he just sat there and let me do it. So just a note about that. But yes, it happens to the best of us. Make sure the cork is in here. Otherwise, you're going to make a mess. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up these stones now while I'm working with it. So I like to kind of scoop a little bit, lift my scoop up to kind of get them down and go from there. Again, you'll see my stones are in here, and we'll just drop this back in our little container of rhinestones. Like rain on the metal roof, I wanted to cry. Yep, that was me. And it happens all the time. Like, my floor has rhinestones hidden everywhere from me dropping them. I'm also clumsy. All right, so here is my second one. The cork's here. So here's my second one. Okay, worst scoop situation was forgetting a bunch of crystal before trying to scoop it. Yeah, if you guys notice, whenever I use my stones from my mason jar, especially this crystal, there are other colors in it. If you notice, sometimes you'll see red in here because I did that. I had a couple red stones in there, and I wasn't paying attention, and then I got red stones in my crystal stones. And I think I did it, Gabe, if you remember, I did that once with, when we did our wing challenge. I accidentally mixed some other colors in there, so I just basically stirred around the bottle so you couldn't tell as often. And then where can you buy the scoop? You can get it on our website at therhinestoneworld.com. Someone will post a link because everyone's awesome. So we'll go from there. So there are 2 colors. And so now, what I'm going to do, deduction, I win by default. It's true. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack my next template. All right, so we have this set here. Bring it over. And you may notice something different about this template. Does anyone notice anything different or interesting about this template? Let me know. You may not be able to tell. Let me just kind of put another one next to it so maybe you could tell. What's different about it? It's also an excuse for me to drink my coffee. I am using SS6 rhinestones for this. So SS6 rhinestones, I understand. We don't really love it. You know, they are lighter, so they become a little bit more tricky when you're brushing them in. But sometimes it's a necessary evil. So we are dumping our SS6 rhinestones. These are smoked topaz. So let me see if I can hold a couple up so you can see it. Let me kind of grab this right here. Hold on, I'm just bringing this over. So this is the color, smoked topaz. It's like a rich brown color. It's like if you put it on a scale of chocolate, it's dark chocolate. So let's go ahead, bring this down, and we're gonna dump a whole bunch on here. So these are SS6 rhinestones, which are smaller than SS10. These are 2mm stones. So one thing to look out for is I'm gonna use my little brush for this to give me more control. And because these stones are so small, they are lighter. So sometimes they can kind of get caught in your brush. So just keep an eye on that. But as you can see, I'm just brushing, and you wanna do way more stones than you think you need. That's really the trick with SS6 stones, is put more than you think you need, because that way you have less getting caught in your brush, because it's just, you know, strength in numbers is really the whole concept behind it. So we're gonna go right here, brush this over, bring that, and so you can see I'm not really having a whole lot of trouble with this. I know you guys don't like SS6 stones a lot, but you know, you can kind of just work with it. So again, like I said, use more stones than you think you need. That's how you get them all in there. So we're gonna bring this over, and then let's brush that in. Guys, don't forget, if you like these templates, if you like these shirts, make sure you're liking, commenting, and sharing, because winners are going to be picked from the likes, comments, and shares at the end. So let's go right here, bring this over. I can't see it. Okay, sorry. Are the templates reusable? So yes, the templates are reusable. So the great thing is you're going to cut it one time and then use it again. You just want to take care of it. I store mine on the back of the paper that my tape came on. Just, you know, keep it safe, and then you can reuse it really up to 50 times. If you're careful, even more. So you can reuse it. You can even reuse the tape. As long as it still picks up the rhinestones, then you can reuse it. And then, was there another question, Soph, that I missed? What? Oh, are the stones on sale? I don't think they are right now. If it's not on the website, on the banner saying it's on sale, it is not on sale. But we do have them, just not on sale. Also, I don't have a coupon for rhinestones right now. I know you guys love your coupons, I do too, but there's no sale on rhinestones right now. So this is just the one part about SS6s that can get tedious, is just brushing them over to the side. And then you can see that I have a couple missing, so I'm going to go back and fix them. Do we have a katana in here? No big. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stones, and I'm going to do a little pile on top, and we're going to just redo these sections to get our stones to fill in these little spots. And then I did see someone over earlier say, where did I get my board? My board is a flat chalkboard from Hobby Lobby, super cheap. I think it is $7.99. I used a 40% off coupon. Although I will say, if you guys are near an IKEA, the show that I was at this past weekend, I had to fly there, so we had a really great customer come and help out in the booth, and she brought me what she uses, and she uses like a $3 tray from IKEA, and it's got raised edges, and it's awesome. I really like it. So if you're near an IKEA, they have these clear trays that work really well. They almost look like serving trays or breakfast in bed trays or something like that. So that was really, really cool. So another option that's even cheaper than the Hobby Lobby chalkboard are those little trays from IKEA. So when I'm getting these extras out of here, I'm just doing a really light touch, gently brushing, and then I have a couple more over here that need to be fixed. So we're going to kind of go like that. So again, don't forget, more stones the better. I'm gonna go over here. Now we're gonna kind of finish that off. Okay, so now we have our design all done. Let's get our extras out. All right, so here we go. So we're all set here. So now we have our little outline and our SS6 smoked topaz rhinestones. They're a nice rich brown color. We're gonna bring this over, drop it down. So how do the rhinestones stick? They are heat pressed on. They're heat reactive rhinestones. So the heat press is what we use to get that on there. And now I'm gonna smooth this down. You wanna really press down hard because SS6 rhinestones are a little bit smaller than 10s. So sometimes if you put your 10s down first, it might be a little bit hard to kind of get the tape down on the 6s. So you just wanna check that real quick. So you can see I wanna smooth it right there, right here. So I'm basically gonna take the line that my 6s are on and kind of smooth it with my finger to be safe. We're just gonna go right there. Put the cork in. Thank you. Put a cork in it. So one thing to note is when I was doing this, I grabbed the color and I forgot that I was doing 6s. When you do this yourself, do your template for your 6s first, because then you can avoid a lot of these issues, because you're dropping it down on the smaller stones first and then it won't be as hard to grab them. The 10s are like lifting up, so I have to really press down to get my 6s, which is not the end of the world, but I mean, time is money. So you wanna just kind of watch that. Where's the tray from again? It's from IKEA. I'll see if we're an hour from IKEA and you have to go through a toll to get there. So I don't go all the time. For the next time that I go, I will grab one and show you guys. So one little stone right here. Okay, so now we have our design all picked up. And I have a couple extra stragglers at the bottom here. No big deal. So I'm gonna flip this over with the stones facing up and I'm gonna put my backing back on there. And so this sticky paper that I'm using, this is Magic Flock template material, and then what I'm putting the stones on is acrylic hot fix tape. This is great for your rhinestones. This is how we bring it over to our shirt to press it and set up our design. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna trim this a little bit closer and then we're gonna go back over to our shirt. All right, let's set that up and let's go to the heat press. All right, so here's our shirt. This is backwards, so let's flip that over. There we go. Camera got a little bit tired. All right, so let's bring that over. Here's our shirt. Let's pre-press, get the moisture and wrinkles out. Get that all set. Look at that big wrinkle that's still there. So I'm gonna stretch it out and I'm gonna press it again. You don't really need to, but I like to. So we'll set that up. Okay, much better. All right, so let's take our design, bring it over. And we are gonna drop this down onto our shirt. And you can see over here, I had two little rhinestones flip over, so I'm gonna go back and fix those in a little bit. So let's drop this down, have this shirt set up, and now let's cover it. We'll press it for 15 seconds. This is still J America. This is the J America glitter tee. It's just in the pearl color, which is like a light color. It's nice. It's like a cream color with like gold glitter in it. All right, so let's go ahead and separate it right away. Get that glue out. Now we're gonna go ahead, lift this up. Oh, no, No, I don't have bling anything. Bling anything is what you press rhinestones to if you're not pressing to a shirt to make it into a decal. That tape that I'm using is acrylic hot fix tape. That's the transfer tape we use for our rhinestones. So here we have our little cat with our pumpkin. So you can see there's a couple missing in there. I can take, what I'm going to take after is I'm going to grab some heat tape and just like tape it down and kind of set it like that. But now we have our little rhinestone cat and pumpkin, and we have that set right there. So what do you guys think? I think it's pretty cute. I think it's a nice design. So we have our 3 designs from today. We have our pumpkin cat, our eat, drink, and be scary, and then our fabulous design. So don't forget, we have those all in the Halloween sample pack. That is available using TRW YouTube 80. You will get 80% off of that, so it equals down to a really low cost. And then I'm also going to give away these shirts and templates for you guys as well. So definitely let's, I'll give you a couple more minutes to ask questions if you like, and then I'm going to start giving these away. So do you have any questions in that? Oh, did I put my hand in that one? Yes, I was just very quick. So pretty cool, and I'm just kind of taking these templates and setting these up for you so it's easy to give away. So I thought the cat with the pumpkin was kind of cute. It's like almost scary, but not at the same time. You know, it is beautiful, as you have said in here. All right, so we're setting this one up, and I'm just going to put your design over here. So hopefully you guys, if you haven't done rhinestones before, you know, it gives you a little bit more confidence, gives you a little bit of an idea of how it works better. Personally, I think the eat, drink, and be scary one is my favorite one here. I liked that one. Yeah, I wish J America shirts were bigger too. They definitely run ladies junior sizing. I definitely have to size up 1, sometimes 2 sizes with them, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so don't forget, like, comment, and share to be entered to win the items in the giveaway. I am going to be giving away all 3 shirts. I'm also going to be giving away these templates. So don't forget, I don't know how to do that, Sophie. So if you're not watching live on Facebook, follow us on Facebook if you're watching on the recording. Bye, guys.